Okay, this is John. Tomorrow, Tuesday the 12th, we're going to have a session on stretching. Now, there are 4 types of stretches. There are self-myofascial release, which is a foam roller, which I'm going to demonstrate. And then there's active stretching, static stretching, and dynamic stretching. So the foam roller helps release tight muscles in layman's terms. That's what it does. There are several types of foam rollers. I have short ones because I put them in my backpack. This one I wouldn't advise getting in the beginning because it's got spikes. It really hurts. These are more smooth. Usually they'll come longer with instructions, but it always helps to have a video along with the session that we're going to do tomorrow. So we're going to roll from, what I usually do is I roll from the legs all the way up to the upper body. That's the way I do it. And typically you can do this before or after exercise. Before exercise is great. I have people do it before and after. But if they do it before, we usually do the foam rolling, a little bit of dynamic stretching. If we're running or doing some, cardio, that's a good combination. And after, if you want to do it, or you can do this with static stretching. All right, so we're going to start here. So I'm going to start with the calf muscle. The soleus down here by the ankle, or the calcaneus, and then you have the gastrocnemius that sticks out. If you have a longer foam roller, you can put both legs on this, but I'll do it like this. So you're going to be working your core, so you're going to have to prop yourself up a little bit with your hands straight ahead. You're going to go about 1 inch a second, 1 inch a second, and when you hit a hot spot, which is a nodule, you're going to stay on it for 30 to 90 seconds, and you'll know when you hit that. It's going to hurt. Over time, it probably won't hurt as much, although, if you're really active, you're going to get a fair amount of pain. What it does is it's going to lengthen the muscle. It's almost like a massage. So your muscle fiber, let's say, runs this way. What happens when you get a nozzle is you got some collagen that runs transverse. And what it does, it inhibits that muscle from stretching to its normal length. So you want to, and also the resting tension of the muscle before it fires is important too. So you really get a more correct resting tension. So your muscles are going to work mechanically a lot better. Moreover, you're going to avoid injury, because over time you get these knots, it gets into inflammation, and the final thing is in the cycle is it's going to give you a muscle imbalance where muscle's tight on one side of the joint as opposed to the other muscle that's weaker in relation to the muscle on that side of the joint. So that's something I'll explain more in the seminar. So this time we're going to roll. You can roll with 2 legs, or this one is small, so I can roll with 1. So I said 1 inch a second. Rolling the calves. Oh man, that feels good. And all of a sudden I come to a spot and ouch, it hurts. I'm going to stay on it. I'm going to stay on it for 30 seconds minimum. Some people, you can stay up to 90 seconds, but 30 seconds minimum. And you just stay on it. So you're going to roll. Now we're going to move up, right? Biceps femoris, or the hamstrings. Hamstrings are usually tight. So the one thing you never want to do is roll under the knee. No, never roll under a joint. So you're going to start from above the knee. You're going to, let me get a little bit up further here. Above the knee, I'm going to roll down. Nice and slow. Oh, rolling those hamstrings. Feeling good. A lot of spikes in this one, a lot of spikes. All right, I come up here and I'm like, this hurts. So I do this before spin class and before I run. You know, it's so important. It helps out so much. And it's a workout. It's a core workout. See, in upper body, you gotta hold your upper body. All right, so I've rolled there. And this time, there's a short head muscle here. So you're gonna take your foot and just turn it out. So you're gonna turn that foot out. I'm gonna do this. Biceps femoris short head. It's kind of on the side up toward the glutes. So yeah, I'm gonna roll that. And if we get there, we can, to a point which I have now, I'm gonna just stay on it. For the sake of the video, I'm only gonna stay on it a little bit for illustration purposes. The other side, one side, then you do the other. Turn that foot outward. And let's say we do that. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit on this. Sit right here, take one leg over, you can kind of lean over, and you're gonna be right up on the glutes. Right there, you can feel it. That's called the piriformis muscle, and that's usually one of the culprits in lower back pain. It's a really important muscle group. A lot of people mistake lower back pain. They think they have disc problems, actually for piriformis syndrome. So you got tight piriformis, you got tight calves, you got tight hamstrings, mostly the hamstrings, piriformis, TFL, short head. Those are all things to roll to help alleviate the back problems. Okay, so that one you usually feel. Now we're going to come over to the side here. I'm going to roll more up on the hip, just under the hip bone there. So I'm going to roll here. This is a TFL, right? I tensor-fascial latte. I call it latte, so I can remember it. I call it the coffee muscle. It really isn't. So this feels good right there. There again, I come over on the other side. And TFL, rolling that, loving it. Okay, so this stuff sometimes you sweat, you know, you like, I don't want to go anymore, it hurts, but you go. All right, we're gonna roll inside the thighs. Down here, roll up in there. Adductor magnus, and further up toward the groin is this little muscle group called the pectineus. So adductor magnus, pectineus. And we'll go over here, hold this transverse, bend the leg, and come over here and enjoy it. And there again, if you get a spot, a nodule, it's gonna hurt, stay on it. You're gonna feel it, and you'll know to stay on it. All right, next thing, we got rectus femoris, right up here. All right, quadriceps. So I'm gonna roll them. Here we go. Remember, above the knee and up toward the hips. Rolling here on the quads. There again, if you feel something, stay there. 1 inch a second, and you roll them. I do something optional, which is these are hard. These are on the side here, right? Anterior, posterior, tibialis. Perineals, right? That group. Oh yeah. This I'm up on the plank now. This is so good. All right, so now I'm gonna come up here, a little bit, right there, IT band. Oh, man, does this feel good? Then we'll go up on the other side. Perineals, down here, lower leg, up and roll. You know, look at this. Huh? You don't have to do this. A lot of people can't, or you can do it down here more with your glutes on the ground or something underneath. Then come up here and you got your IT band. Okay, upper body, T-spine, thoracic spine, right? Comes out right below the scapula or the shoulder blades. Here we go. And this one you can pick your glutes off the ground. It's like it's sitting on a chair here. Get some sun. Not very slow here. Stay below. Good. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, now, latissimus dorsi, that big lat muscle runs down the back. How do we do that? There is a way to do it. All right. Let's get back here so you can see it. You're going to take this right under, almost in the armpit there. Remember? No, keep the head by giving yourself a hug. Keep the head level with the torso. And just a little tiny roll here, you can feel it. And if you want to kind of come up and roll back a little bit toward the other side, you can feel it as well. And stay there. Other side, other arm. All right. Okay. Same thing. Man, we're done. Good. All right, we got the dogs barking. All right, so what you can do here is, that's our foam roller. You can get, there's different types of foam rollers. You can use a tennis ball up on your neck, right? If you want to get down, and which is put it in here, and you're up on the shoulders. It hurts up here. And they have a device you can get too, but I use a tennis ball. You can put it behind there. You can also use a, this is pretty hard. You can use a ball here roll if you want, if it's hard enough. And then there's the old stick. All right, these have like little rollers on them here. And I use these before I go out running in an event especially. And I'll come up here and I'll just roll. It's no substitute for the foam roller, but if you have issues with that, you can use this for, especially for the legs. You can use this and roll. So you can roll down here. Not behind the knee, I've lifted it up. So you can roll there. So these things you can buy. I got this I think at Walmart. So that's basically it as far as the demo portion of the foam rolling. So you all enjoy your day.